Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight episode. Today I just wanted to go over the PTB with some facts on what happened and some opinions. Now first, I just want to say that I've been playing Dead by Daylight since around the Spirit came out. And holy moly, this year, like the year of 2022 and I guess 2023 now, has been great with like the PTBs and chapters. I mean, we had Wesker and Dredge, which are by far, in my opinion, some of those balance killers. We had some great PTBs. I think there was by PTBs I mean Midchapter. Sorry, we had some great Midchapters. I think there was the Pig Archive. Then we had like the Legion and Ghostface rework. Those were amazing. Then we had the 40 perk changes and like the killer overall buff. And I think that came with a huge pig buff too. And now there's this one. So although like this may not be the greatest or biggest, it changes a few things, not many perks. They've been doing great this year. They've been doing great. And a bit out of the box. You know, previously we never thought behavior would really do things that could have a negative reaction. But they've done stuff like, you know, the 40 perk changes and what's not. And now this. And I think this is a long time coming. What mainly happened in this mid-chapter PTB is the nurse's nerf. It's quite a simple nerf. It's not as grand as I think a lot of people make it out to be, but it is really significant, and it's her attacks are no longer basic, they're now special. They're called blink attacks. So this means perks like Starstruck or Noed or Devour and Jolt won't work on her, and Starstruck is probably one of her best perks, so it's really good. This just doesn't work anymore. What else changed is Nurse's strongest add-ons aren't just nerfed, they are gone. Like, they're just deleted from the game. Range add-ons have been removed and replaced with just new types of add-ons. And range add-ons were her strongest add-ons. They made her super mobile. She can get anywhere on the map and super lethal, which is what makes a killer really strong. That's why Blight's really strong. Is Blight can get places really quickly and he's super lethal. But what else changed besides that? Knight had a few buffs. If you make a longer path, then the movement speed of the guards goes faster and they get to the destination where they spotted you quicker. I don't think the Knight buff really fully makes Knight viable or fun. I think he needs a little bit of a change where placing a guard down really quickly, we're just spamming it and placing it down to cut off a loop isn't such a good strategy. Maybe the guard is just overall much slower than there already are, or just it doesn't work. And then if you make a path probably a little bit faster than it currently is, but I don't know, I haven't really played Knight yet, the new Knight from the PTB that much, so we'll have to try it out whenever he actually comes to the game, assuming he doesn't get any more changes or fixes from PTB to game. On top of it, the nurse got some add-on reworks. Back to the nurse. Just some simple things for her. I think one big one, probably the most big one, is Jenner's Last Breath. Now this add-on is, well, I think it's a bit good. I think it might be like Alchemist Ring on Blight, where it is really good to a point where it probably shouldn't stay as it is. Essentially what it does is if she uses all her blinks, she can go back to where she first started and then use all her blinks again. So it doesn't sound like it sounds really good on paper, then you think about it for a couple seconds and it doesn't sound really good. It sounds just okay because you're teleporting back. But in loops where the survivors are vaulting back or trying to run around a wall, it's really good. And especially combined with a torn bookmark. That makes it so she has 3 blinks, she uses them all, goes back and has 3 more. She essentially has 7 blinks. I don't think this should be in the game. Without any negative. If anything, if you want to keep it in the game, it needs some massive negative. Some huge fatigue time. Or something of that course. Or maybe a decreased range. I don't know. But if you want to keep it like this, it needs some major negative. Just like how Alchemist Ring should be. But if you want to like change it with no negative, I think if it's just she teleports back and gets 1 blink, that'd probably be fine. I think that's how it was, and I didn't exactly think it was a bad add-on. I feels a bit weird to change. Yeah, but that's about it for Nurse's overpowered quote-unquote add-ons. I don't think there's really anything else that stands out for. Do I think she's a perfectly balanced killer now? I haven't exactly played against her a lot with this new thing, but I don't think Nurse's perks were what made her super strong, but I think they did elevate her strength. So I think this is a reduction. But I still think she's probably going to be S tier with Blight, although Blight might be ahead now. And at least in my opinion, I don't think there should be killers that are S tier. I think all these killers of Blight and Nurse should be moved down to Spirit and Artist level, which are arguably the strongest killers right after them. How they do this, I can't exactly answer that question. I've played a lot of Blight. I think removing the hug tech and making it so I don't know. I'm not. That's the truth of it. Is I don't know how to make them weaker without making it just harder for weaker or for newer survivors, and still making it so really strong people who know the killer really well dominate. But luckily that's not my job. Yeah, you can even look at the build I had equipped on Nurse. That doesn't work no more. That's really good. Yeah, so I think overall this PTB mid-chapter has really good potential. I hope some changes are made before the official release. I think, as we said, this add-on, some changes tonight, and what's not. But that's really going on the killer update side. They also did the survivor HUDs. If you don't know what this is, which you might have heard of them, essentially there's going to be little symbols that appear by someone's name when they are doing an objective, like a generator or a chest or a totem or booning or being chased. It will tell you if someone's being chased. This bridges the gap between solo queue, who have no information, and survive with friends that have the information of communications. Does it really fix the issue? No, there's still, but it's a great start. It's a great start. There is still some issues. I think eruption and punishing solo queue will still happen, although maybe it might be a little bit more obvious. But I don't think this objectives is gonna make it so solo queue now feels fun and like you're not fighting against an uphill battle against 4 killers, 3 of which should be on your side. But for a change, that's a great start. You always got a thing like that with behavior. It's a great start. Hopefully we don't go 2 steps backwards. But outside of that, I think the PTB for this mid-chapter has been really good. I just want to give my thoughts and opinions on it. I mean, they only come around every 1.5 months around, so it's a shorter video, and there's no content here really. It's just opinions to be documented or whatever. But I think that's it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. We'll probably play another little killer.